Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Pony Podcast. We are very excited that this episode is brought to you with the sponsorship of Rider Focus Physiotherapy.
Rider Focus Physiotherapy is a practice based in Hampshire, and they specialise in treating horse riders. They've got riders like Alice Oppenheimer and Charlotte Desjardins amongst their clients. It's run by the lovely Hannah Gadsden, who's a 3-star event rider, so she knows exactly what sort of problems you're going to have as a rider and also what you want. So she's not going to tell you not to do anything for 3 days because she knows you're going to muck out your horse.
We are so grateful for all of Hannah's support because we are riders and very broken, and it's saving us money and time because she's fitting in so well with our schedules.
They don't have a specific clinic. They run little clinics all over Hampshire and Surrey at different yards, so there might be one nearby to you. And they also run rider assessments, so they can see you ride and then do a bit of work on you and use some exciting techniques with you on the horse to get your posture better and also to improve how effective you are on the horse.
They also run rider Pilates sessions and simulator sessions using the mechanical horse at Sparsholt College. So if you want to find out more about their sessions and you want to go yourself, head to their website at riderfocusphysiotherapy.co.uk.
And also you can find them on Facebook and Instagram, and they're just Rider Focus Physiotherapy.
Hope you guys enjoy.
Bye.
Okay, you can introduce this one.
Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the Pony Podcast with Tess Bishop and Alex Van Randwick. We're here, we're doing an interview that we've been planning for like a full year, literally a full year since we're at the Beta Trade Fair, and I came last year with our guest and we've been planning it since then. So we're here with Alice Goring, who is an advanced eventer with her Pocket Rocket, the little Frenchman, who's only 15 hands, so he must be the smallest horse competing at that level, apart from maybe Sarah Ways. He's quite little.
He's 15'2".
15'2".
He's bigger, they've stood next to each other. He's bigger than these.
You're certified the littlest eventer is going round advanced. He still measures in as a... Does he still measure in as a pony?
I think he would, yeah.
He gave it a go.
If he took his shoes off, he would, definitely.
Yeah. Alice also owns and runs the Instagram account for Teddy the Shetland and now Rusty the Working Cocker as well, her new puppy. Also, you have a PhD?
I have a PhD.
Have a PhD in as a cancer, and you are a cancer research scientist, and you're heavily involved in the research for Wilbury Wonder Pony, the charity.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a bit about that as well. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
At last. So we'll start with you when you bought Teddy. He was pretty much like an overnight success when you first got him as the little floofball that he is. Did you buy him like with the aim of giving him an Instagram page, or did that kind of just happen?
Yeah, definitely not. I was really bad at using Instagram when I first got him. Even my sort of personal account, I barely ever uploaded any photos, and I wasn't much good. So yeah, it was completely by accident. We just bought him as a sort of companion for the eventers and to go with young horses to their first events, and he just got shared by some pages like BuzzFeed and Unilad, and his videos just went a bit viral, and it was a complete shock, to be honest. My cousins recommended setting up a page for him one Christmas when we were bored, because they had one for their guinea pigs. So they were like, yeah, Teddy should have one. So we gave it a go, and my sister Molly does the witty captions, and I take the photos.
She is good at that whole thing.
So yeah.
Do all the mucking out and the feeding.
Yeah, I do the other stuff.
Yeah. How well do you split like what you do with him? Because you obviously you like look after him, to go to all his like appearances. How well do the jobs for him like split down?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, and especially, as I said, like because we didn't really at all plan on him getting this big, he has a lot of commitments now. So yeah,
how many followers has he got now?
He's got 133,000.
Oh my god!
Wow.
So yeah, I obviously have a full-time job. I go to work a week and then have to do Teddy emails until about midnight and the weekends. And also I obviously try to event as much as I can as well. So it's a really fine balancing act.
What's the weirdest like Teddy email you've had?
Yeah, you do get some really weird ones. Like I once had one from a guy who was not on very good terms with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend loved Teddy and said it would save our relationship if Teddy would send him a photo, like signed photo of him.
Did you do it?
Well, I was thinking, one, like Teddy can't actually write, so how would he sign a photo?
Just like a muddy.
I think we like sent her a photo or something and an email, personalised email.
To save their
But it was
relationship.
a bit weird, yeah. She was obviously a super fan, and I don't think she was horsey, so that's why I can say this.
I wonder if it worked.
Yeah.
If they're listening.
Have a follow-up. Yeah, if you're listening, please get in touch.
Right.
I'd really like to know.
If there was a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Teddy was
Oh my
involved.
God, that'd be so good. In
Teddy
the
was-
speeches, Teddy was responsible for the...
He was like the ring bearer or something.
That would be so funny.
With Teddy, he has a lot to cope with when you go to like the big events and all the
Yeah.
people coming around. And has he always been really good in those situations, or have you had to do some work with him?
Yeah, so I've had him since he was 5 months old, so that's really helpful
Yeah.
because obviously, like from the start, I got him used to, well, unintentionally again, got him used to like busy situations, and then once when we first started taking him out, he is absolutely chilled as anything. He's always been really confident and really chilled because he just really trusts people, and he sort of latched onto us as his mothers from the start. But the only thing he was scared of when he first started going to things like this was clapping.
Really?
I think the sound was just really foreign to him.
Yeah.
He just didn't know what it was. So I then thought, what can I do? So I used to play clapping to him on YouTube in his stable, which I'm sure he hated.
Getting him used to the
But
applause.
yeah, he's now brilliant with clapping. So that was the only thing. But that was like years ago when he was a baby.
I was saying earlier, like, you forget how young he is, because like, we
Yeah.
came here last year and like, he was just, people would just like throw stuff at him or like just grab him and like do stuff with, and he was, how old is he now?
He's 4 now and he was 3 last year.
Which
so
is
yeah.
no age. Like any other horse at 3 years old, they're in a field doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not being like forced
Yeah,
into
he's seen
anything.
so much.
Yeah.
And he actually, like, we wouldn't do it with him unless he didn't love it. He
Yeah.
actually really loves like meeting people.
Yeah.
The only time he'll fidget is when people are like looking at something else and not paying attention to him. Like he stands there and expects love.
Yeah.
So,
And it's so nice because you're always so careful that like if anyone is taking taking advantage a bit of him,
Yeah.
you're so careful of being like, no, he's going to go away now and have a break.
Yeah, it's quite funny. I sometimes turn my back and like look around, and he's got like some hat on his head, and I'm like, how did that get there? So yeah, you have to be quite strict.
I was saying about how last year there was the guy from Rough and Tumble, the like dog coat people,
Yeah.
and literally we were walking past and we didn't even break stride, and he was just like, put it like straight
But
off.
actually, his Rough and Tumble dog coat is incredibly useful. He loves it.
My dog has one and we call it his cloak of shame
Oh,
because every
so
time he's like wet and
sweet.
muddy, it gets shoved on.
Yeah, Teddy loves his. I think it's like a mountain dog size. It's quite handy. It dries
Yeah.
him really well because he's got thick fur.
Yeah. So he's also a therapy animal. How did you get him into that?
So I've always wanted to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who looked after a child who was at Shooting Star Chase Hospice, and she said, oh, why don't you get in touch with them, because they have therapy
Yeah.
dogs in and they'd probably love to have
Something different.
Teddy there. Yeah, so it started off with that and sort of going to local nursing homes, and now we regularly go to Shooting Star Chase Hospice, and we do try and do lots of other charity stuff, like with the RDA, and as you mentioned at the start, we do lots of stuff with Hannah's Will Be One Pony charity. And yeah, he really cheers the children up at the hospice. We went in on Grand National Day this year, and his favourite little person at the hospice was desperate to ride a pony. And Teddy was obviously like really young at that since he knew her. So I had to be like, for ages I was like, no, he's too little. And finally he was 4 and it was the right, and he was able to be ridden. And she was so excited, and it was Grand National Day, and she rode Teddy around the hospice like waving, and we were all clapping as if she is in the Grand National.
Oh, that's so cute.
And she's on a ventilator, so her mum was like carrying around all her stuff, and it was just like moments like that are just like really
I would have
nice, and
sobbed.
It's why we do it. Yeah, I know. I left and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so emotional.
Did he need any like special training for it?
Yeah, so it's mainly like desensitization training.
Yeah.
Like some children there don't have control of their reflexes and stuff, and they might like throw, obviously unintentionally, like throw stuff or stuff like that. So we just sort of put him in lots of different situations and walked him through busy towns. The main thing with a therapy pony is they need to be able to stand still for like long periods of times and not get fidgety and bored. And they also need to be like, they need to know that they're not always going to get a treat from someone. So when I'm in places like Easter and everyone's saying, oh, can I give him a mint? The only reason I'm saying no is because he has to be really well behaved when he goes into hospice.
You've got a really good excuse though. You're not just
people,
like, no, he's going to get fat. You can be like, no, he's a therapy pony.
So he obviously has treats and stuff at home, but if he was expecting them from everyone, I think he'd be a nightmare. So we do that sort of thing, but apart from that, he's just got a really lovely personality. And
were there any hoops you had to jump through to like get him qualified?
You don't have to. So obviously insurance is a big thing. You need to have really good insurance. So Shearwater were the only people that would cover him to go indoors as a therapy pony. Because most people only cover like outdoor third-party liability, and other than that, he has a license he has to have a license with the like local council, but that's more of a like performing animal license or something like that. So that's for him to like go to events like this. But apart from that, in America they have to like formally train as a therapy.
Really?
But I do get lots of messages as well from people actually on a daily basis asking how they can train their Shetland to be a therapy pony.
That's so nice.
Which is lovely, but it does also take a lot of work. So I just suggest one of the tips I always give them is to go to the place on foot, so make sure that you know what the situation's like. You know
what they're going to be put through.
Yeah, so you can prepare them for it at home. Because, but it's lovely to do.
Yeah.
You started getting involved with Wilbury Wonder Pony while Hannah was still alive. How did you meet her?
So we met through horses. She was obviously an eventer, and we sort of knew each other that way. And then I got Teddy, and she was looking for a mini Shetland as well. And we went and looked at Doris together, who's Teddy's little girlfriend.
They're really good. I was going to say they're really good friends.
We see each other regularly, and it's really sweet. So Hannah asked me if I would be involved with the research side of her charity because she was absolutely desperate to sort of help people so that they wouldn't have to go through the same pain
that she was going through.
Really old-fashioned treatments that she had to go through in the treatment of bone cancer. My background's actually researching osteoporosis, which is brittle bone disease. So I didn't know much about osteosarcoma, but obviously bones are bones, and I knew a lot about bone research, and so
you chose your field of research based on meeting her a bit?
Well, no, I was sort of halfway through my PhD when I met her, and then I just said that, of course, like I can help however I can, and the head of the Wilbury research is my boss from Southampton, and we set up a panel of experts in osteosarcoma to sort of. So obviously it was really important to Hannah that the money went to the right areas of research and the best people to tell you that other experts. So we've got a panel of 10 experts, and they sort of help us make the decisions and
That's so
stuff.
cool.
So it's going really well now. We're into the 3rd year of funding grants, and it's making a massive difference. So it's really nice.
What breakthroughs have you been responsible for with the money?
Well, the projects are only into the 1st year so far. So
chugging
they
away
sort of,
slowly.
and until work's published formally, you don't really.
You don't want to commit to anything.
But hopefully, I mean, obviously the end goal of anyone that researches cancer is that you would find a cure. So hopefully the research will make a massive difference, and everyone that has raised money for Wilbury is so generous because it goes a really long way, and I can actually first-hand sort of say how far it goes.
That must be so
really
satisfying.
Nice. Yeah, it's really nice.
How do you fit in Teddy's mad career and like managing his social media pages with your very demanding normal job and competing? You've got what?
I've only got
Finn,
2 at the
Teddy,
moment, actually.
Finn and Theodore.
Yeah.
But then your sister has some as...
My sister has...
Does she have 2?
My sister had 2 and we sold one a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How do you fit it all in a working day / a working week?
Yeah, it's a bit nuts. I mean, my family is really supportive, so when we go to stuff, today I'm here by myself actually.
Yeah.
But normally when we go places, we have my sister or my mum, and
Yeah.
everyone comes along, so that's really helpful. But you do have to be quite organised.
And you're doing up a house.
Doing up a house, getting married, yeah, all like minor things. So yeah. Just organisation, I guess,
Just have to be
which
mad
I've had to teach
organised.
myself because I'm not naturally very organised, and I have to ride like really late. Well, when most people are watching TV, everyone's always like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen that on TV?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have time to watch TV."
So you're not up to date with Love Island?
Oh
no
way, no. I can't even tell you the last time I watched TV. Like Teddy was on an advert, and I don't even know if it's been on TV yet because I don't watch it. So if you see it, let me know.
What's he advertising
It's for a car hire company.
Oh yeah, wasn't there was an advert for Sky on Facebook or something, because I think I sent it to you being like, is this Teddy? Because it was like 2
Yeah,
guys
I
and
don't
then a
think it
pony in the
was.
back of the car.
He's done lots of cool stuff for like Amazon and
He did Dior, didn't he?
He did a 14-page fashion shoot for Dior
God,
That's
in
really
Town
cool.
and Country, which is cool.
so cool.
Yeah, it was super cool because a team of about 20 came to our house with like caterers and everything.
Oh my God. Did they approach you for that, or did you have to be like sign up to an agency or?
So that happened because he is invited every year to Chelsea Flower Show.
Cool.
And he's on the celebrity watch list, as you do.
That's fun.
If
like
you're a pony.
like an entire show he could literally eat.
Yeah, exactly. Like everything is edible, and I think he's the only pony on the list as well, obviously. And yeah, we got approached there by the people that run Harper's Bazaar, which is really cool, and they just said we'd love to have him in our.
Oh my goodness. How did you get him invited to Chelsea?
Through my riding, I started working with a company called Welly Gogs, and they sponsored me, and they go every year, and they invited us. Actually, they paid Wilbury instead of paying us. There was sort of a charity
That's so
thing
nice.
the first time
Yeah.
we went, and yeah, so that's how it started, and then we've sort of gone every year, which has been cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
On press day when no one else is allowed to go, so it's pretty cool.
My mum used to she'd work for one of the stands at Chelsea, and so she always went on press day so that she could go when no one else was there, and then the
so
minute
nice.
the public got in, she'd just go.
Yeah.
Be like, no.
Yeah, I can imagine it's super busy.
Yeah, just horribly busy.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest challenge that you didn't see coming as being part of Teddy's entourage?
I don't know really. Like everything's been, I think, finding enough hours in the day.
I think that's everyone's struggle.
Because we could never have expected it to sort of grow like this.
Brilliant, so
Do you think if you had got him with the intention of it being such a big deal, you'd have had the success that you have had?
Maybe not. I think maybe because like we don't really, it's not the be all and end all.
Yeah.
For us. It's like a bit of fun we have.
You've got other stuff going on.
We still do it as a bit of fun, and it's quite light-hearted, and I think that's like the kind
Comes
of
across.
voice that we want Teddy to have. He's not like we don't want him to be like this cute little My Little Pony with a really cutesy voice. My sister tries to turn him a bit gangster, and so I think people like that, and the way that that we post stuff, or he, I guess.
His persona.
Yeah, that is like so relatable to their everyday life. So.
He does so many cool like tricks. Did you put effort into like teaching him those for social media?
No, not really. No. It was everything that has happened with Teddy is literally by accident. So he can lie down on command, and that's because the first time the farrier came, he picked his foot up and he like sort of fell over. And he also, if you were sitting in his stable, he like used to come and curl up on your lap because he thought you were his mum. So he sort of now has like linked the 2 and 2 together. So if you like try picking up his foot, he'll like lie down on your lap.
I bet the farrier loves that.
Yeah, so the farrier, you can imagine the farrier like doing his hooves upside down. Yeah. Although actually he sort of now luckily learned to distinguish between the farrier and a trick. But yeah, we're teaching him to do other stuff too, like bow, and he has to stand on a little step when he goes to the hospices so he can reach their beds. And what else can he do? Yeah,
he's broken to ride now as well, isn't he? Because I was watching the videos of, is it Kizzy and Etty's ponies? Who they have come and ridden him. Was he naughty to back, or did he just like get on with it?
No, so that was sort of by accident as well, because we went over to them to get some photos with the girls and Teddy, and
they're so cute as well.
Yeah, they're adorable. They're actually my flower girls for my wedding. So Teddy will be a page boy and they will be flowers. But yeah, we went over to get some photos and so that they can meet, and it's quite nice to really nice to meet up with other people that do Instagram and have sort of developed their pages by accident.
Yeah, and know about that stupid lifestyle, the mad lifestyle.
Exactly. So and actually I was just expecting them to sit on Teddy's back for a few photos, and off they cantered, and I was like holding my breath, slightly having a heart attack. And she was absolutely fine. I mean, he did a few leaps around with glee, but
because I watched the video, you think of horses that we've broken in and stuff, and there's always this stressful first ride where you have your first canter and it's a bit stressful, and actually the videos, I wasn't aware that you were planning on breaking him in, and suddenly there were videos of him cantering around, doing cross-country jumps.
Yeah, that was literally the first time he'd ever been ridden. Obviously he's done this kind of thing in hand, and he's so desensitized to everything, so I think
he was just
it wouldn't have been able to happen if that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
But he just cantered off really happily and popped a few logs.
Yeah. And he does look so happy with it.
Yeah, he loves it. So
do you find it's good for him to have another job as well as doing everything else that he does, just being a normal horse?
Yeah, he really enjoys being ridden, and it's really nice for him to get a change of scene. And I've also bought him a driving harness, so I'm going to try to do some driving with him.
He already tows you on your roller skates up the road.
Exactly. So I don't actually have a
trap.
What do you call it? A trap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say a card.
Well, close enough.
So I don't actually have a trap yet. I've just got the harness, and we've got one of those really old trolleys, those garden trolleys. So we just attach the trolley to it and put the dog in, and so he's he's sort of broken to drive, I guess, because he can tow the garden trolley with no problem. And then I put my sister in, and it was fine. And then,
does he have a collar and stuff?
Yeah, he has everything. So we did some stuff with this shop called Mini Horse Shop, and they're in the Netherlands, I think. They make stuff specifically for mini Shetlands. So everything's tiny. So we got some really cool stuff with them, and they sent him a harness. So it's
so
super
cool.
cute and leather and tiny,
and he can literally do everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
he's pretty perfect.
Cute. Yeah, he's so perfect. What tips? So obviously Teddy has a really, really good Instagram following, and you've built it really well. What tips would you give to someone who wants to grow their Instagram presence?
I would say don't try too hard. Try and be quite casual about it, and it will take off.
Yeah.
The captions are really important. So take other, they're almost more important than the picture. So make a lot of effort in doing the captions. Try and think outside the box a bit. Do things that other people aren't. There wasn't really a Shetland on Instagram when we first got Teddy, and I think now quite a lot of people have.
Yeah, they are everywhere now.
But
one of the kids on our yard was like, I want to get a Shetland just like Teddy, and it's going to have an Instagram following. And I was like, but why would anyone follow your Shetland as opposed to Teddy?
Things like that. I think the amount of ponies that his dad has sold since we got him must be amazing.
Do you get commission?
No, sadly not. Hopefully we get a free pony after 100 sold or something. But we used to use lots of hashtags and stuff and tag cute animal pages when he was little. We don't do any hashtags now or tag anyone, but that was really helpful to begin with, because Unilad and BuzzFeed and stuff, sharing him was massive help
really
to start
helpful,
with.
Yeah.
if you get a share from a big page like that, we literally went up like 10,000 followers in a day, so it's like
God.
mental.
Yeah.
I saw it recently for a puppy actually. Did you see the puppy that has like Disney eyes?
Yeah.
There's like a Cocker Spaniel on Uniland, and it went from like no followers to 100. No, I think it's like 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
now.
They're
So,
mad,
yeah.
the influence that those
You
pages
just need
have.
like one big share. and
Do you
then-
find that you and Molly have to be like careful what you say on Instagram now, on your own Instagrams as well?
Yeah, sort of. Like we have to be really careful about sharing our address. Like
Yeah.
I had it on my eventing page, and then I had to quickly take it off because you do get some weird messages like, "I want to steal your pony."
Cool.
And I'm like, great, okay,
Good to know.
CCTV installed, just so everyone knows. Yeah, so now I lock them in a stable and have cameras. But yeah, you have to be a bit careful with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And but apart from that,
You guys do seem pretty like relaxed and authentic on there. Like
Yeah,
you see
we
some
try
like
to be.
Instagram influencers
Yeah.
and you just look at what they write and you're like, there's no way you think that. Like,
yeah, we literally rock up with like none of the kit. People have all those like cool stabilizers for their
Yeah.
phones these days, don't they? And
Yeah.
those like
Selfie lights.
things. Yeah. No, we have none of that. We
I've
just use an
definitely considered
iPhone.
getting a selfie
Have
light.
you? Well, yeah, I can see the
Because the properly lit ones look so good.
attraction, yeah. But we just don't do any of that. And
No.
it's worked all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Yes, so now we're coming to two questions that we ask everyone. So what's one thing you couldn't live without? You can also tell us what Teddy couldn't
Me
live
or
without
Teddy?
too. You can do both if you
Teddy
want.
would be Pringles. If he's
Any particular
ever-
flavour?
I think he likes the cheese and chive kind of one.
They're the best
yeah.
ones.
Oh, is it sour cream?
Sour cream and chive.
Yeah, that's
The green
right.
ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yum.
he's ever doing any kind of filming, you can get him to do anything if you like give him a few Pringles.
So he's conscious of banned
It's
substances
really
being a
weird.
beta.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, basically. I'm not sure he'd fail. Would he fail a drugs test for that?
Probably yes.
Would he?
I would think
Oh,
so.
cheese and chive is off the menu then. Yeah, he once like trotted up a staircase for some cheese and chive and sour cream and onion,
He's so
whatever they're
cute.
called, Pringles.
Every time I see him, like I'll look at his Instagram and I'll be like, it's just a Shetland. Like people are so ridiculous over just this Shetland, and I see him and I'm like, it's so cute.
Yeah, I sort of don't really think about it, and then some photos like I go down to the garden and I'm like, oh my gosh, how does something so cute end up at the end of my garden? I don't know what I couldn't live without.
Your ponies.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, my new puppy is very cute.
So cute. The last question is, what is one thing that you'd wish you'd learned sooner?
Oh god.
You can take as long as you want. I can edit out the pause.
Can you?
I'm very good at editing.
I don't know. Oh god, what would you say?
Mine's always like I wish I could give myself like the feeling of what it feels like when a horse is like going properly. Because
Yeah.
if I'd started with that feeling, I would have saved so much time.
You would have been on all the pony
I
gold
would
medal
have.
winning
I
teams.
would have
You would have
absolutely
aced it.
swept the board. Swept the board.
I think I don't know, my top presenter, Finn. Do I have to introduce him? So yeah, I guess with my advanced horse Finley, the little tiny Frenchman, I would probably, in the early days, I was like really het up on what people thought because he was so small.
Yeah.
And I used to get a lot of people, I used to let what people said get to me quite a lot. People
Really?
used to always say that he was like way too fast and tell me off for being too fast. And it got to the point that I was still being told I was too fast at intermediate, and I was getting like 30 time penalties.
Oh my god!
and in the end-
Oh wait, too slow time
Yeah,
penalties.
too slow.
I
No.
thought-
I've never
no.
gone too fast at intermediate. That would be like a
Oh, you said 30 time penalties and I was like,
no,
too fast.
too slow time penalties.
Oh
So
my
in the
God.
end, I think it's just better if you
Just kick on.
just go with the flow and try, because it's more dangerous, I think, if you're like
Hooking and hooking and
hooking
hooking.
and
Yeah.
hooking, adding
Yeah.
strides all over the place. Like Finley is fast, but he's super careful.
Yeah.
And, like,
Also,
sharp with
the
his
smaller
stuff.
ones have to go a little bit quicker because
Yeah.
they like need a bit of that momentum.
Well,
Because you've
the
got to
thing-
make the back roll.
Yeah, the thing is with Finley, like he doesn't need to go fast, but he looks faster than others because obviously he has tiny little
He's
legs.
got such a little
so
stride.
they're going around like a hamster's legs because he's like so little.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't really care about what people think about him now. I think people generally know that I don't care about what they think about him now, so no one would dare say anything.
To be
anyway.
honest, like
He's
you've been
proven
round an
himself.
advanced course.
Yeah, he's gone clear round advanced. He's proven himself now.
I've definitely got to the point, like having gone advanced last year, like I used to, because I've got a lot of friends who like are professional riders and are incredibly talented and who I would absolutely say are better than me.
Yeah.
And I did quite a long time where I was just like, oh, you know, I'm not a good rider because I'm not as good as them, or I'm not as good as that. And actually I went advanced and was like, you know what, I produced a horse from nothing to advanced.
It's a massive
I've
feeling
done
of
all right.
achievement.
Like,
and yours isn't very big either, and especially if they've got something that makes them a bit unique. And you have people saying, oh my, they look at me in the warm up, I think, sometimes and think I'm there for the pony trial or something, because I'm like really short as well. So yeah, it's quite nice. I don't really care now. It's quite nice proving people wrong. All the people that said like, oh my gosh, she's way too fast.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's getting double clears and he's placing in quite a lot of intermediates and he's just gone clear at advanced. So yeah.
What's your
invalid.
damage? What's your problem?
So
that's all our questions.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for talking to us at last.
Thank you. Yeah,
So-
I'm glad we finally got around to it.
So how many Instagram pages are there now for people to follow what you're up to? So there's obviously Teddy.
Have you seen his fan page?
No.
There's a
There's
fan
someone
page.
that set up a fan page and they do like proper long edits of his videos from ages ago that I don't even remember taking.
That's weird.
which is
I mean,
quite
cool, but weird.
Yeah.
Do they like snap, like if you're like at an event, do they like snap a photo of you and post that? Like,
No,
I saw Teddy
well,
today.
I think they're in Europe, so he's never actually met them, but they're just really avid followers. I think they're quite young and sweet. It's quite sweet.
Oh, set up like a GoFundMe to get them to come and meet you.
Yeah, it's like a totally innocent, really sweet page.
Oh, that's so cute.
At first I was like, this is a bit weird, but
So there's Teddy's
Teddy.
fan page.
yeah. Although don't follow it, it's not run by us.
But you've got
Teddy the Shetland.
Teddy the Shetland.
Just got a 10-week-old puppy, a working cocker.
Yeah.
So that's Rusty the working cocker.
Yeah.
And then, oh god, I've got too many pages. And then we've got, my sister and I set up this one. My sister's quite strange, so we set up a page called Venting Unfiltered.
I love Venting
She's got
Unfiltered
quite
so
a weird
much.
sense of humour, and she's a bit like Bridget Jones on a horse. And it's quite like amusing just to like film her when she's not expecting it.
But it's
and
basically
upload it.
you guys, like any siblings, you guys just videoing each other at really inopportune
basically,
moments.
like her singing opera when we're bored and stuck in traffic on the way to events and stuff like
There was
that.
one of her going to the loo in a stable and you
Oh,
over the door.
Yeah, all sorts of things. If you want to see anything like that isn't your typical like, yeah, everything. It's not all about winning and every day isn't good sort of thing. Yeah, then follow that one. And then
Your grandfather has one
my
as well.
grandpa has a page. My grandpa's 81 and he's still drag hunting. And so he has a page called My Grandpa and Other Animals.
Do you run that or does he?
So he doesn't even really know how to send a text. So unfortunately I run it, but I think his groom is going to take over running it because she gets lots of funny videos from doing stuff.
And you've already got 3 pages
And
to
have
run.
you seen the animals that he's getting?
Not
or
yet.
heard about the animals? So
No.
he's getting a miniature donkey foal called Captain Cecil. Captain Cecil is going to be on his page, My Grandpa and Other Animals, and
that's so
he's
cute.
literally he's so cute. We went to see him the other day, and he's the size of a Springer Spaniel probably. He's like tiny.
Are you sure
and-
it's not just a baby donkey?
Yeah, it's a baby mini donkey, but yeah, he thinks he's
It's like all those people that bought micro pigs and they turned out to be just piglets.
yeah, no, his parents are really small, like probably even smaller than Teddy, so he's going to be really cute. So hopefully him and Teddy will be friends because Teddy absolutely loves donkeys. And he's also
Weird,
getting, have you
but-
seen those sheep that are called the cutest sheep in the
With
world?
the black faces.
Yeah, ballet black nose. He's getting 2
One
lambs.
of my friends has a little herd of like 5 of them,
no
and they're
way.
so cute.
Oh, yeah, he's getting 2 of them. And
We
yeah.
went over for dinner, and his mum, like halfway through dinner, was like, "One of them's lambing, Tess," and I was like,
Oh, God.
what?" And she we just went out and like birthed a lamb, and then all went back in for like
gosh.
pudding.
Oh my god, never a dull moment.
Literally.
So yeah, we got that page, and then I've got my own personal Alice Goring 24, which is from when I was like, I don't know.
What do you even
young.
put on there? Like, if you're putting everything else
I know,
on everywhere
It
else.
used to be all about Finley, and now I think people are a bit bored because it's like a bit of a mix. But
When you get back up competing, more
Yeah.
Finley, please.
Is that all my pages? I think it is. I have so many.
So many.
Too many to keep track of.
You're
Do
such
you
a
ever accidentally post the wrong thing to the wrong page?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've once, I think, posted a video of like James and a dog on Teddy's page, and I'm like, quick, delete. And Chase is like, no, it's great.
You get really quick. You must get really quick views as well. Like, at least our stuff. If I've ever posted anything accidentally to our story, which has happened on occasion, our followers aren't that quick on the uptake.
Yeah,
So I can normally get it down before anyone's seen it.
They're quite quick. It's normally like a couple of seconds, and you get the first comment, so you have to be quite careful checking everything. But, yeah.
That's so cool. Well, if you guys want to hear anything else from us, you can find other episodes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you could rate, review and subscribe, that would be great because it helps other people find the podcast. If you want to follow what we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram at The Pony Podcast, on Facebook at The Pony Podcast. If you want to request an episode, because we do take requests, you can email theponypod@gmail.com, or even if you just want to say hello, because we love a chat, as you can tell.
Yeah, or come on the Flick chat as well.
Yeah, and that comes directly to our pockets, so we will reply probably very quickly. And yeah, just have a chat, because we love a natter. All right, thanks for listening. Bye.